Hello, IELTS takers. My name is Olga, and I am the Academic Director at Master IELTS. In today's video, I wanted to talk about things you should avoid in IELTS speaking. So let's jump in. The first one is that you shouldn't use learn by heart answers. Examiners are actually trained to spot memorized answers. And while you think you're safe with your prepared response, your mark actually goes down. So instead of learning answers by heart, focus on learning and remembering types of questions and how to answer them. The next one is that you shouldn't use idioms without explaining what you mean. You can't just force an idiom in and expect the examiner to be impressed. Instead, you need to develop on this idiom, showing that you know what you're talking about. For example, John is really a fair weather friend. Now, if you stop here, it will not impress the examiner, so you need to develop. John is really a fair weather friend. I mean, he's always down to hang out when it's all good, but once something goes wrong, he never shows up. Next point, do not just list ideas, develop them. It's actually similar to the previous one. In order to showcase your vocabulary range and also improve your answer structure-wise, you have to develop your ideas, not just listing a number of arguments. For example, my friend is kind, but he's blunt and impatient. Now, in this response, the arguments, the ideas, the traits that the person mentioned, they're not developed. But in the second one, the answer shows some precision, providing some arguments. You know, my friend is quite blunt. I mean, he feels he has to tell people the truth, even if it's unpleasant. Considering that, I'm actually surprised we've been friends for so long and never once had a fight. The next point, do not repeat the question. Now, if the examiner asks you, do you like shopping? You better not say, yes, I like shopping. Instead, you need to showcase your ability to paraphrase. Do you like shopping? You know, I'm a huge fan of spending time at the mall, actually. And the last point, do not use exclusively simple sentences. The official IELTS marking criteria states that a candidate is expected to showcase a range of different structures. So you have to include different tenses, conditionals, relative clauses, complex sentences, modal verbs, and other complex structures. Now you know what you should avoid in IELTS speaking. In our courses, we conduct weekly speaking sessions to practice these strategies and many more other techniques that will help you to enhance your score. So join us and let's begin your path towards the desired score.